Hi, and welcome to Dustin Expo Speakerbox Conversations. My name is Gordon Anderson, and with me today, or right now at least, I have Stefan Jeleby. Was that correct?
That was correct. Thanks for the invite.
Thank you. You're the product manager of workstations at HP.
That is correct.
And workstations is, of course, then what we're going to focus about now for a couple of minutes. And my first question is quite basic. What defines a workstation?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So to try to explain it as easy as possible, simple as possible, is basically a workstation is a computer that is designed to enable people to do something more outside of, for example, the Office application and do Skype conferencing. So if you want to do more, you need to do more, typically creative work, typically create the products, the solutions of the future for a certain company, for your company that is hopefully going to make sure that your company stays ahead of the competition and leads the innovation and leads the company into the future. If you are such a user, then you need a workstation.
So, for me, a workstation is like a powerful computer because doing creative work, 3D work, or video editing and things like that, that's when you need a workstation.
Yes.
So I buy any computer with a lot of RAM, an i7, and then I have a workstation. Is that true?
Not entirely. Well, I mean, you can get lucky, but there are and maybe you find a decent computer with decent performance, etc. But there's so much to this. First of all, if you're doing professional work, first of all, you need a computer that works every day, all day long, and never breaks. It needs to be reliable, right?
Yeah, I don't want to sit here and do a podcast with you and it all breaks down.
Exactly. And it needs to work every day, all the time. And that's how you become the most productive, efficient in your work. You don't want to worry about your hardware or your software. And speaking of software, it's really key normally if you're a creative user. We're talking about video editing, for example.
Yeah.
You're probably using you need a really good software. And it's a big advantage if that software has been tested with the hardware. And that's exactly what we're doing. And we've been doing this for many, many years. And we call this the ISV certification. And what that really means that we test the combination of the software and the hardware so that it
actually works together
as a solution.
And that is what defines a workstation.
That is one of the things that defines a workstation. Yes.
And because if I just go and buy, say, an HP Omen,
yes,
very powerful gaming computer.
Yeah.
Is that a workstation? Or
no.
Can I use it?
Well, theoretically, you could maybe use it for some of your professional work, but
that won't be tested.
It has not been tested at all. It's optimized for one thing. Normally, it's gaming, it's home use. But normally, when you say Omen is optimized, it's the best for gaming. Perfect device for gaming, right? But that's not the same as a professional user. The professional user uses different set of tools, different software that needs other settings and basically other hardware. So I think that brings you more to a workstation.
So there are other hardware things than, let's say me, who buys a computer, I check the specs.
Yes.
And see, this is an i7, it's just 32 gig RAM and super good graphic cards. But there is more to it to get everything to never fail.
Exactly. It's about the work. We build the workstations to be to carry the ultimate material construction to get that highest reliability. We use we always recommend the professional graphics cards.
Oh, so what's the difference there?
Yeah, so there are several differences. First of all, they carry the highest quality in production, which gives you a key, which is a key to get that reliability, right? It should work every day, all the time. The ISV certification, that the testing with the software is only done on the professional graphics cards.
Oh,
Not on the GeForce, for example, or Radeon, the gaming cards. That's not done at all. You can get the support that you need if something wouldn't work anyway for 3 years, for example, from us. And you can get help, basically. So there's all kinds of benefits of using professional-grade graphics cards in a workstation.
So that's so if I understand correctly, the big difference between a powerful computer and a workstation is that it has been tested for reliability and probably also have better
Serviceability, manageability. Also, if you're in a company, typically where you're managing your IT or someone else is doing that, the workstations are constructed for ultimate manageability.
Oh, that's very good.
That's something that professional companies need.
So are there different types of workstations?
Yes, lots of. What so there's a big variety. So we see a trend, and that continues from desktop to mobile workstations. For every generation, the mobile workstations get more and more powerful. And of course, the trend is also for creative pros, 3D designers, artists, all those guys. They tend to want to work mobile as well. Maybe they're visiting customers, showing their work. Maybe they want to work from home or to and from work, wherever, whenever possible. And a mobile workstation enables them to do that. So, but still today, if you want the highest performing processing power, both from the graphics and the CPU and everything, there's nothing that beats a desktop workstation still.
Yeah, but there are at least mobile workstations.
Yes, we have tons of them, and they are great.
So, can you build your own workstation? Or shouldn't you if you want maximum reliability? Or how would you do?
Yeah, so if you value those things we talked about, the ultimate reliability, making sure that you get a system that will run for you every day, does not give you any problems, then you should buy a workstation from HP. I think we have fantastic construction. We've been developing and testing workstations for 40 years, believe it or not. So we have a lot of engineering and innovation and experience in this area. What you can do is configure the workstation, meaning, and here's where we can help the customer to make sure that he or she gets the right specification for a certain application or workflow. That's where we can really help and want to help customers, guide them through the right system.
Okay, that's of course super good, and that's what you need when you need the reliability.
Yeah.
But so you can customize a computer for the customer, test it out so it still has the certifications, even though if they look and just, okay, but none of these in the catalog, so to speak, doesn't work for me. I want this and this.
Correct, exactly, and that's the point. So we're working with what we call focus models via distribution that we always have on stock for quick delivery, and those we try to cover, let's say, 80% of the use cases by doing that. But if you want something else, something specific for your workflow that is optimized or even higher performing, then we normally configure those systems in what we call a top config. That's a special configuration that we ship to those customers.
So a last quick question. What's your tip if someone is going, like, I need a workstation? Yeah. Where do they start? What do they look at?
Yeah, they should, first of all, I think, select from the professional workstations in the market. Our products are called HP ZBook mobile workstations and HP Z desktop workstations. So if you start searching within those categories, and we have guides on our website, hp.com/workstations, to help guide you through.
Oh, that's a really good.
Really good. I think that's a good way to start, to really look, okay, I'm doing video editing, or I'm doing 3D modeling, 3D design. We can help you with guides to get you to the right system, or contact us, of course, or you.
Thank you very much, Stefan. Thank you so much for being here. And there you have some tips and tricks for buying a workstation and what a workstation is. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.